Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in to our environmental discussion this morning. We'd love to hear from you. 0839133728. And we've got a caller on the line as we talk about toads and, well, amphibians in general, but toads and frogs here in South Africa. We've got a caller on the line. Debbie, good morning. Privy, sorry, my apologies. Privy, how are you?
Morning. Good, thanks, and you?
Very good, thank you. What's your question or your comment for Luke?
Okay, look, I have 3 toads in my swimming pool.
Okay, 3 toads.
Is it safe? Yeah, 3, and they were quite rowdy. Is it safe to still swim in this water?
That's a good question. How are the toads doing in the chlorinated water, and how will people do in the water with the 3? That's a rowdy bunch of 3 toads, she said.
Well, yeah, the toads, I mean, it's completely safe to swim in that water. There's no
kind of toxins.
There's no toxins that the toads will actually release into the water that makes it unsafe for humans. The toads themselves, if you just want to go and pick them up with a small net, or even just use your hands and go and put them back in the bushes surrounding your garden, they'll happily hop around and live in your garden.
Or maybe take a drive to a body of water close by if they're as rowdy as you say they are, but you're completely safe. They are not toxic. You only have to, if you ingest it, that poison, that is excreted can be poisonous, but by touching them, it's a bit freaky and funky, but it's not going to poison you, and you can certainly still swim in your pool, Privy. I think she's just run outside to go and remove the toads from her pool safely. So I've been loving hearing about the variety of species. Let's talk about South Africa specifically and Gauteng, one of our biggest provinces. What are we likely to find up there in terms of frogs and toads?
Okay, so you've got your common species like your guttural toad. The guttural toad has even made its way down to the Western Cape, and is causing a little bit of a problem down in the Western Cape. It actually outcompetes our Western leopard toad. And they compete for habitats, and so there we go, there's your guttural toad.
Not quite as flashy.
Not quite as flashy, he does things under the radar, doesn't want to be seen. But they're outcompeting our Western leopard toads in areas it's mainly for habitat and food.
Okay, so they eat presumably the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, they eat pretty much exactly the same thing. And there are projects conducted at the moment to control the populations of guttural toad in the Western Cape.
Let's quickly hear the guttural toad so we can identify it for ourselves. We've got a little clip and sound. The way that he's going at it there, he might actually be competing with the leopard toad right there, But that is a very familiar sound, so I can understand how prevalent they are. Give us a couple more examples of what we can find here in SA.
So, also, I mean, you've got other toads in Gauteng, like your red toad, but one of your common frogs that you get throughout South Africa is your rain frogs. And there are different rain frogs from Cape Town. You get your mountain rain frog and your Cape rain frog. All the way to Gauteng, you've got your bushveld rain frogs. And then even if you go into the desert, you've got your desert rain frog, which most people have seen it on YouTube as the cutest frog in the world.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, let's show them the cutest frog in the world before I ask about, why it's been given that title. But here is the rain frog.
You'll see why.
Get out of here. Oh, man, that is ridiculous. And this looks like it's covered in sand. Is this the desert rain frog?
That is your desert rain frog. And the one problem with this video, it's fantastic. It raised awareness about the frog and everything, and it's good it brought the frog to the forefront. But what it has done is it's made it desirable.
You see.
And now everyone wants to hear the squeaking frog, and that's actually a defensive call.
It's being traumatized, yeah.
Yeah, it's been. I've found them on roads and stuff, and you hear them make their call when you go try to pick them up, and they squeak and shout at you. You're like, oh, you've been so cute and scary, but I'm actually just trying to help. But it has opened up the doors to a pet trade.
Okay.
So now everyone knows about this frog, and people do want it. But
why is it called the rain frog, incidentally?
So the rain frogs, they come out after the rain. It's kind of they start calling, they start moving. So in Newlands Forest, whenever it starts to rain, you hear the Cape rain frog starting to call, and in the mountains, I mean, we have the mountain rain frog. It's quite loud, makes it impossible to go to sleep if you live near the mountain.
That's the price we pay to have biodiversity.
Exactly.
Luke, I could sit and talk for hours with you, my brother. Thank you so much for opening my eyes this morning. Thank you to the viewers who've contributed to this as well. And to all of the conservationists like Ellen who are out there saving that beautiful leopard toad species here in South Africa. We know that it is under threat in certain parts, so please go and play your part. Luke Bax, you're a legend, brother. Thank you so much.
Again, eh?
Look forward to having you back next week. I don't even know what we're going to discuss next, man. Let's bring a salamander in here from abroad. But you can let us know what you thought of this discussion. In fact, pose any additional questions. We'll pass them on to Luke. And again, you can hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page.